Once, in a small rural town in the United States, there lived a young man named Ethan Miller. Ethan was 20 years old. He was polite, intelligent, and well-spoken, and people liked him. But Ethan had one serious problem. He dreamed of big success, yet he did nothing each day. He made plans, imagined a better future, but never started. He was always waiting for the perfect moment, and that moment never came. Ethan finished college 6 months ago, and since then he stayed at home with his parents and his younger sister. His father worked long hours on a small farm outside town, and his mother took care of the house while working part-time at a local store. They believed in Ethan and had hopes for him, but days passed and Ethan did nothing. He read books about success, watched videos about personal growth, and listened to motivational speeches. In his mind, he had many plans, but in real life, he took no action. Ethan believed small steps did not matter. He thought success required one big move, one powerful action, one perfect opportunity. He saw his friends moving forward. Some got jobs, some moved to the city, some started building their lives. Ethan felt jealous, but still did nothing. Every night he promised himself that tomorrow he would start and change everything. But morning came and nothing changed. He wanted to exercise, but never joined a gym. He wanted to learn new skills, but kept saying he would start next month. He wanted to wake up early, but thought one day would not make a difference, so he slept late. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Ethan felt frustrated and disappointed in himself. His parents did not complain, but Ethan saw it in their faces. Neighbors asked his father what Ethan was doing these days, and his father smiled politely and said he was looking for the right opportunity. But Ethan knew the truth. He was wasting time, and if nothing changed, his youth would disappear, his parents would lose hope, and his dreams would slowly die. One evening, Ethan sat under an old oak tree behind the house with his grandfather, a quiet, wise man who had lived a long life. His grandfather looked at him and said that big trees do not grow in one day. They grow a little every single day, and even if you cannot see it, it is happening. Ethan listened politely but did not understand, and he ignored the words. Months passed, and Ethan's mother grew worried. One morning, she took Ethan to meet Mr. Harold Stone, a respected elder in town around 65 years old, who was known for helping young people find direction. Ethan expected a long lecture, but Mr. Stone surprised him. Wearing simple clothes, speaking with a calm voice and a gentle smile, he only said one thing: "Come tomorrow at 6 a.m. and bring a notebook." The next morning, Ethan arrived at Mr. Stone's small house, where Mr. Stone handed him a plain notebook and told him that every day he should write down 3 very small things he would do that day, things so small he could not fail. He had to do them, check them off, and repeat this for 30 days without missing a single day. When Ethan asked what kind of things, Mr. Stone replied with examples like drinking 1 glass of water after waking up, reading 2 pages of a book, or doing 5 push-ups. Ethan laughed quietly and said those things were too small and would not change his life, but Mr. Stone simply smiled and told him to trust the process. Ethan agreed, and the first 3 days went well. He wrote his tasks, completed them, checked them off, and felt good. But on day 5, he stayed up late, woke up late, skipped his tasks, then skipped another day. By day 10, he returned to Mr. Stone feeling embarrassed and admitted he could not do it every day. Mr. Stone did not get angry. He asked Ethan one question: "If you cannot do small things, how will you ever do big things?" Ethan had no answer. Mr. Stone explained that Ethan's biggest mistake was believing small actions did not matter, because success is not one big jump, but one small step taken every single day. Improve just 1% every day, and in 1 year you will be 37 times better. A plane changes direction by just 1 degree and ends up in a completely different city, and small changes create big results. That night, Ethan sat alone and realized he had been waiting for motivation, confidence, and the perfect moment, but nothing would change until he changed. He decided to stop waiting and do small things every day. He began again, writing 3 tiny tasks every morning at 6 a.m. In week 1, he drank water, stretched for 2 minutes, and made his bed. In week 2, he read 5 pages, wrote 1 paragraph, and woke up on time. In week 3, he learned 3 new words and helped his mother with 1 chore. The tasks stayed small and always achievable. Ethan focused on consistency, not perfection. Some days were easy, some days were hard, but he did not stop. Around day 25, things began to change. He felt stronger, his mind felt clearer, and his mother noticed and told him she was proud. His friends noticed too and said he seemed more focused. When Ethan looked in the mirror, he saw discipline and confidence. One day, a company came to town looking for a young trainee to work in the city, and each candidate had to give a 5-minute speech on what made them different. Ethan had 3 days to prepare, and he used his habit system. Day 1 to write ideas, Day 2 to practice speaking, and Day 3 to practice with his family. On interview day, he was nervous, but prepared. He spoke calmly and said he was not the smartest or most talented, but he improved 1% every day, did not wait for big moments, and created small wins daily. 2 days later, Ethan got the call and was selected. He visited Mr. Stone one last time, and Mr. Stone smiled and said that Ethan did not just get a job, he became a different person. That evening, Ethan sat under the old oak tree and opened his first notebook. Those tiny tasks now looked like gold. He smiled and realized that the perfect moment was every morning he chose to do something small. Maybe you are like Ethan. Maybe you are waiting. But the truth is simple. There is no perfect time. Start small. Start today. Get 1% better every single day.